I'm Edie, and this is my son and business partner, Oliver.
We want to thank you for considering Edie B's to host your next estate sale, and we thought we'd put together a little video for your reference when choosing a company. In answering some of our most frequently asked questions, we hope to familiarize you with both our company and our industry.
And if you don't mind, we're actually starting a sale right now, so consider this a ride-along as much as an informational video.
If you're ready with those questions, Mom, we better get started sorting out donations.
Donations? You don't sell everything in a house?
Oftentimes, when we first start a home, there's simply too much merchandise to host an effective sale. In these instances, we typically take several trips to Goodwill beforehand. We've got to get a dresser emptied of its t-shirts and socks before we sell the piece of furniture itself. And if we don't remove some of the less expensive cups and mugs from a crowded kitchen cabinet, customers will never be able to find the more valuable dishes within. As we continue to set up the sale, we usually also come across some items not able to be donated. This oftentimes requires a dumpster for a fee of around $600. But that's something we'll be able to determine with you when we first meet you at the house. All of this helps to ensure a successful 10-hour weekend for us and our clients.
What? 10 hours? Edie B estate sales are really only open that short a time?
That's right. We open the doors to our estate sales from 8 to 2 on Saturdays and 8 to noon on Sundays for a sweet spot total of 10 open hours. We arrived at this window over our last 30 years of experience running estate sales. You see, the first hour and a half of Saturday and Sunday together see about 80% of our total sales, as this is when the collectors and resellers are lined up outside in the early mornings, ready to buy.
Did you say resellers? Won't my belongings be going to a good home?
Yes, they will be. But oftentimes a middleman is required in the form of an antique dealer or a reseller in order to find those good homes. Not only in Milwaukee, but all across the country. In fact, a majority of our repeat customers are resellers, the ones who keep this industry alive. After all, it's the resellers who will literally camp out all Friday night to be the first in line come Saturday morning. At 2/3 of retail, our prices are firm but fair. And our large following of die-hard repeat customers know it.
Why only ask for 2/3 of an item's retail value?
We've found that this rule of thumb works well in selling the most merchandise on the weekend of the sale. If an item's worth $30, pricing it at $20 ensures there's ample interest in it on Saturday, even among resellers. And by cutting that cost again on half off Sunday, well, you can imagine why we usually make as much money on day 2 as we do on day 1, selling twice the merchandise.
What determines the retail value of an item, especially if it's an antique or is not brand new?
When a sale warrants it, we hire on specialists to help us price. If there's an abundance of fine jewelry, for instance, we bring in a close personal friend in the field who will look at each piece individually and help us set a value to determine the maximum amount of profit for our client.
Are those kind of valuables really sold at the sale like everything else?
You bet. You'd be amazed at how many serious buyers line up for higher-end merchandise. And when there's enough valuables to make it necessary, we bring on additional help for the weekend of the sale. Last year, for instance, we had enough fine jewelry at one estate sale to require 2 full rooms for the collection's display. We ended up bringing on a few additional employees on top of our usual 6 to help man that area. And we required shoppers to form a line in the hall for a one-on-one controlled shopping experience. We did the same thing months later when a sale included a dozen firearms, setting up a separate room to take on shoppers one at a time.
It usually takes 6 people to run a sale. Are the employees able to shop as well?
Yes, our employees are allowed to purchase items from the sale, but only after the public has had a chance to shop through the home. After we close the front door on full price Saturday, our employees have an opportunity to make 50% picks or purchases. After half price Sunday, they can make 10% picks on any items remaining. What that means is, our employees can get nothing from the home for free, even after the sale, and nothing from the home at all before the sale. It's worth asking that question to all of the companies you meet with. Ever been to an estate sale offering a $100 painting or piece of furniture for a couple thousand? It's possible the company running that sale is counting on that item being left over at the end for them to get for free. Or the opposite could happen. They could price the item at $10, then decide to buy it before the sale even starts. Not so with Edie B's, and the best part is, those 50 and 10% picks can account for hundreds of dollars of profits. This helps us reach our minimum goal of $4,000 so that the client doesn't have to pay us $1 out of pocket for our services.
Is that what you charge to run an estate sale?
That's right. Our company's cut is the first $4,000 of profits, or a third of profits on any sale exceeding $12,000. If you do decide you'd like to meet with us, we'll be able to give you a decent estimate as to the profits you can expect from your sale.
How did you arrive at that baseline number of 4,000?
Usually, a home takes us around 150 hours to set up and price. Add to that the hours logged during the weekend of the sale itself, around 12 hours for each of the 6 of us, and it's not uncommon for a sale to exceed 200 hours of work. Because everyone who works our sales makes the same hourly wage, That $4,000 goal ensures that we can pay at least $20 an hour for the friendly services of our employees. When you're talking to other companies who might charge a different fee, ask how many employees they'll have on during the sale to help prevent theft and to move furniture into shoppers' vehicles once purchased. The friendly service we've offered to our shoppers for decades is what's given us the following that us and our clients continue to enjoy to this day.
What happens after the weekend of the sale, once everyone's had a chance to shop? Are you able to help get the home ready to put it on the market?
You bet. And if you've ever cleaned out a home yourself, you know that our optional cleanout service is one of the best values we offer our clients. Though it does cost $500 per floor per building, plus that additional dumpster fee should we require any, we're still confident this pricing beats out our junk removal competition. We've had clients opt to clean out their homes themselves, and one complained of paying commercial junk removers over $100 to remove a single large tube TV. And as for calling a donation service for pickup, you're at the mercy of whatever moving crew happens to be assigned your address. And the fickleness of those crews can leave you with a lot more leftover furniture than you were counting on. And it's not as if we simply discard whatever's left at the end of the sale, should you choose our cleanout services. We'll do what we can to find a home for most everything left, and have several contacts who are more than happy to pick up free furniture and home goods for the needy. After a home is emptied, we sweep, vacuum, and wipe up any countertops to make sure it's ready for its next owners to tour.
Simple as that?
Simple as that. It all starts in about 10 seconds. Dad, you can let the shoppers in.
I think I will.
We look forward to setting up your estate sale next.